The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Doug Billings here on the set of my show, The Right Side. A special edition today, a short show with Cameron Moore, my dear friend and American patriot. If you believe in the work of what I call determined patriotism, Cameron Moore is a walking, living definition of that term. What he has done behind the scenes for this republic is just nothing short of phenomenal. And today we're going to have a special guest, Bill Dillon, a World War II veteran who turns 101 years old in 3 weeks. If you're from Raytown, Missouri, that means he's still 100. And we're going to talk about an event called Vindicated coming up this weekend, August 9th and 10th in Las Vegas. You're going to want to listen to this interview. Whether or not you can attend the event, this interview is important because Bill's in it, and the work that Cameron has done throughout this republic deserves this kind of attention. Ladies and gentlemen, my interview with Cameron Moore and World War II veteran hero, Bill Dillon. Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side. Doug Billings here with you. A real honor for me to have my friend Cameron Moore. Cameron is a true American patriot, top shelf, a kind-hearted, wonderful man who has done so much behind the scenes for the conservative movement in America. It's astounding on multiple levels. He's done a lot for me in this program. He's done so many things for people across this republic, from engaging, from sponsoring, from meeting with and setting up events at Mar-a-Lago, Bedminster, and throughout California, Las Vegas. He is what it's all about. He does what I call determined patriotism, right? That's where we take the work and do the work of what's required to save this republic from the radical liberal agenda. And I cannot say enough about Cameron Moore and what he's done. Now, he's primarily been behind the scenes, but lately now coming out in front of the scenes and leading the charge in many ways. And he's got an event called Vindicated in Las Vegas this coming weekend, the 9th and 10th of August. Here he is, Cameron Moore. Cameron, thank you, man, for being here.
Thank you, Doug. What a tremendous greeting that was. And thank you for all that you do for the conservative movement. You have one of the best podcasts out there, and I'm just grateful to be on.
Thank you. Well, you've got this event in quite a lineup. I'm looking at this. You've got General Michael Flynn, and we've got Bill here with us, a World War II veteran who is going to be interviewed by General Flynn. You've got Roger Stone, Rudy Giuliani. President Trump himself, is he going to be at this event?
Yeah, he won't be at the event, but his part of his team his legal team will be there. We'll have Roseanne Barr there, Attorney Mike Smith, Attorney Christina Bobb, and
Laura Logan,
Attorney Peter Tickton,
another friend that you've introduced me to along the way.
Yes.
All right. Well, tell us about Bill and the connection. I find this interesting. We've got General Flynn. Bill, let me just ask you, isn't it an honor? What do you think? And I don't want to prime your pump here, but what about General Flynn? You're going to be interviewed on stage at this event.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that so doggone much because I've heard so much of General Flynn, and of course I've had several interviews of which I supported President Trump, and those interviews have been fantastic. And I think General Flynn has seen them, and he said, "Hey, that's the kind of a guy we need on our side." And boy, I couldn't agree with him more. Before I go any further, Doug, I want to tell you something. Everything you said about Cameron Moore is I couldn't decide. I couldn't say any better than that. The guy is an absolutely fantastic individual, and he has done so much for everybody. And he's certainly been on my side all the way through, and wants me to talk to people like you and get my story out there. And I'm looking forward to it.
Bill, I couldn't agree more. Cameron is in many ways kind of like a new founding father for this republic.
He sure is.
He has risked his wealth, his fortune, his reputation, and he has survived and come through. Much like what our founding fathers had to do to begin this republic, Cameron is trying to save it. And it sounds like the Cameron Hour fan club here, but it's important and it's worth saying.
Thank you, Doug.
Bill,
yeah.
What do you think of when you think of the United States? What does it mean to you?
Oh, Jesus, Doug, I really don't know where to start with that, except to tell you this. Since I was born in 24, and the Depression came in 29, and I lived all through the Depression. And I look back at my life, and I'll tell you what, it's been the most fantastic thing. Nobody would believe my career, that what I followed through. But what taught me everything was the Depression. The Depression, during that time, the whole United States was so united, and there was no such thing as a Republican and Democrat, nowhere. Everybody was all together, one joined up. And now this place is separated so badly, it's pathetic. And what I'm doing, and I'm sure that's what Cameron and you are trying to, we're trying to unite this doggone country like we used to be. And as I said, I have been under 22 presidents. I go all the way back to Kelly Coolidge and Hoover and Roosevelt and Truman and Eisenhower and all the presidents through. But I'll tell you, when I found out about Trump and what he's standing for, Jesus, I couldn't agree with him more. They need me out there. They need me. I need to get on these internets and tell them what a fantastic guy this President Trump is. He's a great guy, and I want to support him every way I can, and all of the candidates that are running in the Republican, primaries.
Well, it's I'm going to let Cameron talk about the event. Bill, in full transparency, I'm running to be the governor of Kansas.
Hey, I wish I could vote for you.
Yeah, well, given the election integrity issues in this country, maybe you could vote for me. That's what we're going to try to fix. But yeah, the swamp establishment, you know what I'm talking about. These rhinos, the people that claim to be Republicans who have come out against us. They've come out against me. They don't want an outsider. I'm certainly not politically correct, and they'll do everything they can to derail people's.
Three of them. You got to get three of them.
Yeah.
And that gal that at least came out in the last 7 seconds and passed that Great American Bill. Boy, I'm glad she did that.
Yes.
But anyway, there's three of them we got to get replaced.
Cameron, go ahead and tell us about the event, what it means to you. You have a foundation that's sponsoring this thing. Again, another example of what you do. But go ahead and take the reins here and let us know what about this event.
I'll give you a little background of the event, and I'll give you a little background of the bill. This is Vindicated event. You have our nation's leaders, Roger Stone, who got raided by 28 FBI agents. You have Rudy Giuliani, who was blowing the whistle on the election fraud in Georgia with Ruby Freeman, and those corrupt judicial system, our corrupt DOJ absolutely financially drained him. I mean, this was the mayor of New York who was the centerpiece at 9/11, and he's a national hero. We all know what they did to General Flynn in Russiagate and Crossfire Hurricane. They've gone after Lindell with his cyber symposium, and they're trying to shut him up, and he's getting sued all over the place, and he's losing a lot of money just for standing up for our American beliefs and to support our Constitution, our sacred Constitution, which we were in such danger of losing in the last administration. And so this is going to be a powerful event, and a lot of people out there are confused right now with what's going on. There's a lot about Epstein. There's a lot about now the focus is turning to Obama and the spying on the Trump campaign, Russiagate, and we know all paths lead to Hillary too. And Trump has been posting a lot about it. That he's square over the target. Cash and Tulsi are all over this, and I think we're coming into a perfect storm between exposure of all these bad actors, and then at the same time we're going to be flushing out the 2020 election. I think we're going to have an exciting August, exciting few months. And the reason I think people should be attending this event is because there's a lot of people that have lost faith out there and saying, when is this going to happen? We want to see arrests. We want to see people perp walked. We want to have these people held accountable for what they did to our great president. And General Flynn, being former military intelligence and our 25th national security advisor, I think he's going to be dropping some bombs at this event, and it's going to be really exciting. Now, let me tell you something about Bill Dillon. Bill Dillon is a 100-year-old World War II vet. He turns 101 in 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. Bill was just at the DMV taking his driver test again, and they just renewed his driver test last week for another 6 years. That's how amazing Bill is and how sharp he is, and the way, and he loves our country. He was in the Battle of Formosa, which saved dozens of downed aircraft out in World War II. He was on the USS Sailfish. I think the Sailfish had about 200 crew on it, and Bill was the last remaining member of the USS Sailfish. He's absolutely the most highly decorated veteran. As you can see, I'm sure you've seen Bill's videos before. He is sharp as a tack, and nothing makes my heart smile more than ever than to have him on stage with General Flynn. In fact, General Flynn just sent me a message saying he is so excited to message Bill. And I think the American public at this event are going to be, we're all going to be blessed to be able to spend time with this World War II veteran. We don't have many of them left. And I'm just so, my heart is overflowing with joy that Bill is going to be at this event, and because we want to honor Bill, and thank you, Bill, for all your service to this country.
Wow, Bill, yes, thank you for your service. And Cameron, you're right. We don't have very many of these World War II heroes left. Tell us, before we go any further, Cameron, how do people find the event and buy tickets?
Okay, so right now you go. It's working with Gateway Pundit. So the website is GP for Gateway Pundit, AmericaFirst.com. That's GP AmericaFirst.com. And with Bill's birthday coming up in 3 weeks, Bill is probably the oldest World War II veteran that has an Instagram right now. And so Bill's Instagram is the real Bill Dillon. And if you can follow him, all your fans can follow him, because we just want to overload Bill's Instagram for his 101st birthday and show him how much the American people appreciate him, appreciate his service for our country, appreciate him put his life on the line for the country. And that's real Bill Dillon on Instagram. And I've never been so excited for an event, and what a treat and honor it is to have you there, Bill, because we all love you.
Wow, I can sense the passion and the excitement, Cameron. Thank you. Hey, Bill, you and I just met today, but I want to tell you something very seriously and from my heart. Thank you. Thank you for defending this republic, for fighting to preserve it. I'm a guy who believes that our founding documents are inspired by God and written by men. And I just want to thank you and ask you, when you are at this event and you're on stage with General Flynn, what do you think is going to be going through your mind?
Oh, Doug, seriously, it's so broad. And as I tell him, Cameron, I need to talk to General Flynn a little bit ahead of time, because my career is so broad and covers so many areas, type of thing. But Doug, before you leave, I wanted to tell you this, in all seriousness, you need me out there. I want to be out there. You get me, these people who are running for office. We got a guy, Steve Hilton, running for governor of California, and the Republican Party is not too good in trying to contact people like me, but they need me. Doggone it, they need me. And I'll tell you what, if you allow me on any video, or you allow me to talk to anybody or communicate with anybody, I'm going to tell you, you have never run into another guy like me, and you will never do it again. Seriously.
I love it. Well, hey, Bill, I love it. And you know what? We'll talk offline and we'll get Cameron involved in the conversation. When I begin to give speeches throughout the state of Kansas, you have carte blanche invitations to come to speak to any event that I'm at.
I'll make sure he gets there.
Okay. Hey, I'm not judging you. You will not regret it. You will not.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
Can I ask Bill a question? Hey, Bill, with January 6th, would you have been there?
January, you bet. What? Hey, you bet your life I would have been there. I'll tell you what, I would have been in the front line. That was an absolute totally farce. And when I saw it described, I said, God damn it! If I was available January 6th, I would have been there. You bet your life on it. Then I wanted them to arrest me, okay? But I'm sure they wouldn't have done it. And that Pelosi, God Almighty, and those people, and Newsom, Jesus, the worst of the worst. And I couldn't find, in all seriousness, I really mean about this conversation. As I told you before, I've been served under 22 presidents, and I have earned the opportunity to tell you who's good and who's bad. This guy that just got kicked out of office was the worst of the worst of the worst. He's just so bad. He was terrible.
You're talking about Administrator Biden, right?
Yeah, you bet your life I'm talking. Biden.
I never give him the honor of calling him president. It's always Administrator Biden. Yeah.
Doug, how sharp is Bill?
Hey, and
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Doug, and we're not even sure he's an administrator. We don't know who ran his pants.
Yeah, that might be an insult to administrators throughout the country. I don't know, but they're.
That's right.
Well,
Jesus, get me on TV because Jesus, get me on Ness Wallace or Jess Wallace. God Almighty, Jesus, get me on there.
Well, Cameron's got the connections. We'll make it happen. And if you're interested in beginning in September, I've got a national radio show and TV show starting up with Real Talk Radio, and I'm trying to get Cameron on board with that as well. So you've got a lifelong friend here in me. I'll tell you that.
Well, thank you, Doug. I really do appreciate that.
Thank you, Doug, for your
Cameron,
time.
You're welcome. Listen, one more time, the web address for tickets, ladies and gentlemen, GPAmericafirst.com. GPAmericafirst.com. Please, it's in Las Vegas this weekend, so make a commitment. Get out there, meet Bill and Cameron, General Flynn, Roger Stone, Laura, Logan. Thank you, Mike Lindell. Roseanne Barr is going to be there. It's a who's
Doug
who.
Billings might be there if we can.
I'm going to try to be there myself. I'm going to put the Kansas camp. I've got a better deal in Vegas because I want to meet fellow patriots and make connections and bring them back to Kansas to continue this kind of event. So we'll make that happen.
You have my support in your race, Doug, and I'm confident you're going to win it. And I'm confident you're going to take down all these rhinos around you because you're the only MAGA candidate in the state of Kansas. And I'll be praying for you every day.
Thank you, Cameron.
Hey, Doug, I usually get all kinds of comments for donations, and I always put my money where my mouth is, but I haven't got anything from you folks. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, he's being taxed at 80% on his Social Security.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Trump will fix it.
Yeah, we're going to fix all that. We're going to get it taken care of. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, please look at that website. Please, this is a weekend you do not want to miss. Make a last-minute plan to get to Vegas this weekend. Cheap flight. Vegas is not expensive. Come on, you can get to Vegas pretty easily. Head out there, meet Cameron and Bill and all of the others that we just mentioned. Cameron, I'm going to end where I began. Thank you for your patriotism, for your love of country, and Bill, what an honor. I will remember this. I'm not trying to blow sunshine up your pants. I'm just saying I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life, having met you. You're an American hero. Thank you for what you've done for this country.
I thank you for everything you just said. Okay, I appreciate that.
All right.
Thanks, Bill. We'll connect later.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're all in this together. Believe it. For the Republic, cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.